the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
In fact, a free and run Eddie ebe uramu enano pay Eddie be urawi Omagana and Tiasam de Kra. Now it is a very, very shocking news to the political fraternity. And Obiano would digana amanyo semwachi. Na neni jigana amanyo sem. In fact, Yamami Akua Donkor, you can say whatever you want to say about her, but she's cemented herself as Obia or Manuamaya possible, even when the odds are against her. Yamami Obia name the background in the history, coming from the backdrop, say in the school, Sem, and in the moment name Sem ever form. But in all these instances, Akua Donkor has remained resolute. Hey, Dr. Park was in to PPP by and a good Bernard Mones PNC and a year dear crop. Akwesi ade o decade ni dia ye concept. Kofi Apalu and Sam Kekankwa Chirabosom o hunu de opesa wa kire. But in all these instances, Yamami Akua Donkor has been a constant factor in Ghana's political history, and that we salute her for that. Now, the betumi aka nyina ne say nyame coupon and for the currency ye because the demise came as a blow to majority of Ghanaians who are just saying that yanti yamami ni yare na yanti de na ekoso kosi se enura nwumre de ba no pay yeti say yamami if at encounter as for assassin hu bio. Now interestingly, me were a leaked WhatsApp platform NDC communicators eneguso na ensemwa mrantie ne mabawa WhatsApp platform no so eka about the demise of Yamami Akua Donkor as a film and wo areho na abofuro ye papa say obi beka nchina gu na ye beka ne chira sem say. Then we ask questions say e dey pa na ekoso between Yamami Akua Donkor and the National Democratic Congress ntie nei Dankopa to ne nsafre no e wasomdwe mu na NDC communicators e kasansemi on their platform bibi wo ho no mu ayenim anase say de wotie enkomodi ana ekoso na de bi kura be boska bi dinsiem jo mahama kura man sika wei e duro be bi kura no person ka wote ya to revealing just very very interesting and shocking enu nti yanko na yankonko tie the conversation ya akoso ewie ya on an NDC platform omu communicators nyina also about the sudden demise of Yamami Akua Donkor, founder and leader of the Ghana Freedom Party. Now for we am come wo ho no Yamra ne metie so free lawyer adofo ano say neya Yamami Akua Donkor ya na wo ka nipa e gina ne ato onso aba se mampanyini wo man mu afiri mu yi sei na mra no ka sei e na ballot paper ne be ye wi ya tie no so e dia ka
je sais Mami Akua Donkor comment one Mami Akua Donkor wa mani ajia kasa Akua Donkor wa mani ko pesire fita ada Akua Donkor wa tinga menya dai
obewusa be 155 onyanwu
Akua Donkor Ghana for Ghana
Let's go to a constitutional lawyer. Na ye ne twetwe nkobo emfa asem we hu. Lawyer Kwame Adofo e wa homa so. Lawyer Machana pay.
Enyo.
Enya be mampom.
Me hoye pa na muso e.
Na me esrai. In fact, ye won nkobo mienu di baako has to do with Supreme Court conversation on Parliament. I'll come to that. But before then, let's speak about Akua Donkor watwa nananmo ase. I was reading CI 127 where it states exactly what must be done. It's just not clear. So we don't know. OSHA CI 1274 now. where at the close of nomination, but before the elections, one of the candidates dies, a further period of 10 days shall be allowed for nominations. We don't know what this says. And then there's another one, that is the 5, not say where the death of the candidate occurs at any time within 25 days before the election in that constituency shall be postponed for 21 days. This one is about parliamentary, but the first one, there's confusion. At the moment, as a constitutional lawyer, Akua Donkor is gone. What do you think the directive or the direction should be?
Look, in fact, let me concede that I'm pay me quite at it. 127 but from what you are reading to me, it means I see more 10 days now almost renominate will be for to contest on their ticket. From what you are reading to me, it means that the party will be given another opportunity to renominate a candidate within 10 days so that they can go and run.
If the electoral commission does otherwise,
no, they can't. No, they can't do otherwise. When the CI spells out what has to be done, they can't do otherwise. Unless the party now decided to almost fill the before. We any quantum any independent too. We a political party and a CI no say the candidate we they are given a further 10 days to renominate. And other there is a law. And you cannot do, electoral commission cannot do otherwise.
Our constitution, Article 53, Section 3 also speaks about some of these things. But once you said it's clear, and that's what it's supposed to be, let's move on to the parliamentary conversation that is happening at the moment
at
the Supreme Court. And Speaker, Emma lawyer for title sorry, Etro and Krata, Edeko PMU, Ekoma Supreme Court say how they served the Speaker was wrong, and that according to Omo Emrano, they are supposed to be served only on Mondays. Minim se won sa and Krata na lawyers for the Speaker at Ronwa.
Yes, Nipa, but who in Krata na ya fale ama Speaker na a very interesting positions of the law and the na if anything in Article 117 no ɛsum. Article 117 say obi a member of parliament na say or come massive bedroom and also the massive bedroom then serve no any questions from the court. And over time, and I develop understanding between Parliament and the courts. Say the Saudi and your best ever won't sit your Mondays, and your best ever on Mondays. I agree. Now, we the man we interested in say, almost attempt service on the Speaker through the legal office on Tuesday.
Yes.
I'm just successful. And almost several on Wednesday. It's almost several Wednesday. Court no time almost ruling no for stay no and also almost suspended Speaker. But means orders no. Court no can ruling say no you are aware say Speaker is aware of this process, but he has objection only because he was not served on a Monday. And he court the position said, since the Speaker is aware, this case raises an exceptional circumstance, and they will grant the order suspended. And if it's still
meaning they would go against what they themselves decided to do.
It means to say they have now stay no means suspended. It means that they have the law at that time. The Supreme Court said since we are aware, even though he has concerns on the day he was said, the court will say they are aware. say speaker where say this case is coming up. Now, important in a sense. Service is the key. So now I know who. Now I person no chimanso. Na man say what. Bibia me bia reality ye be can't watch. And them ram say there's no evidence that but to an amount be bakota. It means that we are aware the proceedings is on. And we didn't know it means that all fairly process there, it means that you have been saved. Yes, I carry it in the who say as a no court. And now what did the American say?
Yeah, I'm trying to understand.
Aha, that is the position. Now, we share speaker.
So in this case, speaker should have decided, say, we had an agreement. I'm supposed to be served on Monday. If you serve me any other day, I would look at it and make it look like nothing has happened. Intimate, I would rather not write to you at all. I'll ignore it.
One option, but tell you, you don't make it easy for your opponent. And the speaker rely on that's what a lawyer should do. Should make it hard for your opponent. And the speaker position, and no, I'm kind. A filing motion, say court invocate the orders. Say the court make you order to suspend the speaker. Orders. And no through the lawyers. A filing motion says court invocate our orders. Now, Ukaya so a very interesting, a very powerful argument, and always. And they say, one, what say? Or no speaker no position, they say. Service no was wrong. Because next case 7 on Monday.
Yes.
By a 7 on Wednesday, which is against the agreed we are members of parliament. Because it is agreed between the court and parliament only on Mondays. And therefore, that service, it's not proper there. It means that it's null and void. The argument, the first one. This is very interesting. Because if the court agrees, say, the service was not proper, and now, so be in a court, so be granted. Very interesting. Now, the next one, so arguments are, you raise and say, interesting, they say, speaker. What's it? You granted state where in the court chain, the court will change from lower court to higher court to court of appeal to Supreme Court. And the lower court here be now is there. When the yard, I'll call high court, no stay.
Yeah.
High court here be now in the yard, I'll call court of appeal, no stay. Court of appeal here be now in the yard, and I'll call Supreme Court, no stay. Where ye? Every court never, every parliament never. It's in a so bad Supreme Court war, so basically decision of parliament.
But this also had to do with the interpretation of the Constitution.
Exactly. But
and we all know, say, interpretation of Constitution, no Supreme Court,
correct. But me can speak argument why and natural. Speak argument why and no. Interesting. Say going forward, no.
You know what? The speaker is trying to say, as a free court now, if one step to the other, it's coming from somewhere else. But really, when it comes to cases of constitutional interpretation, does it have to come from the court? Well,
I don't know what you say. Come we speaker argument we are. Now come back to that.
Right.
Speaker argument back also say. Anya bia omo ebutu makonya no koda. Omo ma court. Emeka say yedina omo any fairness and as ya omo kwan. Now one who opinion market case you are not connected. We look square anything. And also ujina so the back court. And also interesting. But you see in constitutional cases you don't have to have a locus. So ultimately raise a constitutional basis where there's interpretation. You don't need any locus. Anybody at all can go to court. But speaker raises very interesting argument. If it's the court to sit Now, speakers I can say, court gyinaeɛ na osi yɛ no wama speaker kwan antie na no asɛm wama na konya ɛyɛ one sided wantie speaker no asɛm ɛna right to hearing no deny natural justice ama na kwan antie na no asɛm nti ɛno so
asɛm na mu enya started nti where does this one come in?
So no person say if we stay with God, let's keep in and what's the matter.
That's where I'm also finding difficult. As in, if ABOB kokotwa before assembly bedi no betimi akosiki say yes suspending and now say yes for injunction. Even if it's elections, somebody can place an injunction on it before the place itself is placed.
I don't know speakers also argument no say I can say even so betie no de abo ato sukura na because the expert expert is the other side maybe no I think here for only 10 days where the yafa time and so and also money problem according to speakers na so you see injunction is different for stay injunction there for 10 days on expert basis but stay there. There's no law saying that put a time on it. I don't know what the American say.
Yeah, I'm understanding that. Yes.
Injunction there. The first party are entire 10 days. First party just one side dependent back the other side now my court.
Now they do also.
Now with the injunction, I want to first year. Now.
Maybe so at this stage that we find ourselves, because at the moment the case itself will be heard on the 30th of October.
No, okay, so, case in the 30th. Most in the 30th. Most speaker Babi Diabano. Echina any BT motion.
So in this case, what is the process? Motion as in whether to still now your friend is a Supreme Court ruling in Bejina. And also, Mbeti de or no de abano. What's the process? I want to understand.
Process, then say. It is speaker Babi Dini de Abbey. Won't need the yard. Over Fali be a friend of David in opposition. No about you say. May no one yard for A, B, C, D. A Timon granted speaker Babi Diano. And
in this case, it's a fenyo mark and then the lawyers a bet track and I say any other person can do that.
They say they are parties. More involved to say it's only the attorney general because the state institution is concerned.
Yes.
Yeah, the African American lawyers as Zoom and yes, we are responding. So money speak about the argument and also the argument. So money in the argument there as some of Fali affidavit in opposition. Now you have more opportunity to be heard on that day. Yes, now. And so far the almost getting your mind. Because was filed yesterday. And he likely said that almost also the more affidavit in opposition. Yes, and
I was thinking, sir, it was against the ruling of the Supreme Court. It has to do with the Supreme Court directly. That's not what it is.
Correct. It's against the ruling of the Supreme Court. But
and no, you're affected. No, for example, Parkwesi Abedu Esquire or Kahubi. As you said, Afenyo Marken, won't be. Parkwesi, I think, should be Afenyo Marken, the law firm, because there's another PO box or whatever under the Parkwesi from Afenyo Marken. That is number 1. And then the Parkwesi Esquire is number 2. And then the number 3 is Speaker. Number 4 is Attorney General. And then Title Story is number 5. On the Oka say, or Mekakoti hearing, no?
But lawyers, lawyers, they are only being informed for information only.
All right.
They are not parties to the case. It's almost normally and naturally say Speaker Mark leader Marking. So BB can the lawyers never travel. The lawyers are notified that the case is coming on tomorrow. But almost file processor and almost they will file it in the name of the parties themselves. I don't know, the make here.
Yes.
A Joma file processor, a better African market in the Bebasu. But the lawyers will file it.
And can say, does the Supreme Court ruling still hold until otherwise, which is tomorrow?
The Supreme Court ruling is the law now, meaning say Speaker Babin's for seat has now been suspended. Kopem says Supreme Court beti asamchina. No money na ya adwene na omo avaketi omo orders no. Evaketi pe na Speaker Babin orders no asa kicking in. Say eno na ebe start ejuma. But say na onyanya it means Supreme Court suspension no and ejuma say.
Right. Yeah, now I see an person when you are a church and same no ye. You ever heard the BC Ochna as the legal brains go to the Supreme Court and then on better constitution.